Oh, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon, and we finally got the confirmation that we've been waiting for. A lot of the speculation that we had about the sale of Metazoo turns out to be true, and we got a statement today directly from GameQbator Labs, which is the company that Charlie Herlocker, who signed on the Metazoo sale for Meta2 Enterprises LLC, he works for GameQbator Labs, so we made that connection. We kind of drew these conclusions that potentially Metazoo would be redeveloped, a new IP, maybe a new game, because that's what GameQbator Labs specializes in. It's like a new startup company that focuses exclusively on that, and Charlie's affiliation with that is kind of what got us speculating. And then we found out that the vice president of that company, well, the founder of that company, rather, is the former vice president of not only Wizards of the Coast, but the Pokemon company, Rick Arons. And he actually put out a letter today directly from him saying that, look, we're going to be revitalizing Metazoo. There's going to be a brand new card game. And not only that, but the first Metazoo product that's going to come out, the first new one, he says is coming in the first quarter of 2025. So this is happening very quickly. I'm going to read the letter to you guys, but I'm sure some people may be disappointed that it seems like they're doing away with the old cards. The old card game, it looks like, is going to be invalid when this new product comes out. So I'm very curious to see, are they going to use the same style of artwork? Are they going to do anything with the existing physical product, the existing characterization of a lot of these cryptids, the existing lore that exists for Metazoo? But it kind of looks like they're starting from scratch, which I don't know if that's what a lot of people wanted to hear. I don't really know if that might leave us with more questions than answers, because who knows what the new Metazoo will look like. And it looks like they're still using this name Meta2 as like in collaboration with GameQbator Labs, but it looks like they're using the original Metazoo logo. So hopefully they're still going to call it Metazoo and not Meta2. I really don't like the Meta2 thing, but let me read you guys the letter here. So if you go to the announcement tab on the GameQbator Labs website, there's an article, or a letter rather, GameQbator Labs and Meta2 partnership announcement. And they show their logo along with the original Metazoo logo. And it says letter to the Metazoo community. And this is directly from the former vice president of Pokemon, Rick Arons, and he also describes himself, or signs off, as CEO/caster. So he says, letter to the Metazoo community. I was lucky enough to join Wizards of the Coast under the guidance of Peter Atkinson at the dawn of Magic the Gathering. Through tournaments, conventions, magazines, and more, Magic found thousands of people who loved it. Some of those people are still playing today, and they have millions of new people to play with. Together, we popularized the trading card game as it is known today by believing in the gathering, the meeting of gamers in hobby spaces. In 2002, I joined the Pokemon Company, where I was blessed to spend nearly 2 decades as executive vice president working with some of the best to deliver another beloved trading card game, Pokemon TCG. I watched Pokemon TCG take the world by storm when it hit the U.S., pull back in the mid-2000s, and then find its footing and grow to become the most beloved entertainment property in the world. For me, Pokemon has always been about fun, incredible quality, and the never-ending dedication to the TCG industry and its growth globally. He continues, from my experiences, I learned the most importance of several things. But above all, I learned the power of humanity to deliver games that matter. At GameQbator Labs, humanity is not just an influence, it's our whole objective. In many ways, we are new. Our name is likely new to you. Our team is working in this combination for the first time. And today we're announcing that Metazoo TCG will be our first product to come to market. But in many more ways, we are familiar. Our game designers have built many of the most beloved TCG properties in the world. Our team members have spent hundreds of years collectively living and breathing cards and games alongside you. We have piloted card concepts through every stage of production and every phase of developing trading card culture so far. We're looking forward to taking everything we've learned and putting it behind a property that we believe in. Metazoo. Cryptids are a global presence with deep regional ties. Billions of people have heard the stories, and some purport to have experienced them firsthand. The power of their stories is at the heart of human storytelling. We are happy to announce that our first Metazoo product will be a new original trading card game available in Q1 of 2025. This base set will be the first of several planned expansions that begin to develop the world of Metazoo. Join the community on Discord. Then they give the Discord link. Rick Arons, CEO/caster, GameQbator Labs. So, to many of you, this might be great news. To many of you, it might not be. I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see the old card game continue, but I think this is going to be very interesting. I think this is, like I said, probably the best case scenario for a Metazoo revival. This team seems to be a really competent team, to say the least, and I think that we can expect something big. But I mean, there's really no question. You guys can see the wording of that letter. It's going to be something new. They're referring to the first set of Q1 as the base set, and they're saying a completely new card game. So to me, that pretty directly says the old cards are going to be obsolete. The old game is going to be obsolete, and whatever comes in its place is going to be something completely new. So what does that mean for the old cards? It's hard to say. What does that mean for the roadmap? The potential of getting War or getting Legacy or any of the stuff that we were promised? Will any of that happen? I don't know. It doesn't really look like it. Because as you guys know, in the current Metazoo, Cryptid Nation First Edition / Kickstarter is considered the base set. So this wording really sounds like they're going to be starting from scratch. Now, if it's a very successful endeavor and this IP takes off like Pokemon or like Magic, God willing, then I'm assuming all the stuff that preceded the new Metazoo, like the Metazoo that we know, is going to be pretty valuable, collectible, and sought after if the new IP takes off, because this is like the stuff that we have now is like the beginnings of potentially something way bigger. But I think it's going to be something that takes years for this to really take off. But with this kind of guy behind it, with these kind of connections, with that big of a name, that good of a resume, I think this process will be expedited a bit. Somebody like the vice president of the Pokemon company for like 20 years. This guy has connections to printers, distributors, potential partnerships. This guy is going to know how to market this, how to actually advertise, how to really push this. And I think while the original Metazoo concept was a great idea and a great concept, and I love the original artwork, and who knows if they're going to continue along that path, I think we would all agree that the main issues were in the leadership. They blew up too fast. They overprinted sets. I think they became focused on money and partnerships and constant drops. And they didn't really have the background to really scale a concept or a business like this. Whereas Rick Arons has probably the best background possible for this. So all of the gaps that needed to be filled in Metazoo's previous leadership, I think are going to be filled in here. And I think this could be really big, really good news. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sure there's going to be people that are upset that the old game is out. And again, I kind of wonder what's going to happen to all that existing physical product. I mean, if they're starting from scratch, are they going to destroy a lot of it? Like the UFO, the Wilderness, the stuff that was like mass produced that they have tens of thousands of units of. Are they even going to bother storing hundreds of thousands of spell books or whatever of sets like that? Well, I mean, what's going to happen to the physical product? What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you guys think about Metazoo starting from scratch? Let me know in the comments below. But personally, I think 2025 looks very hopeful if you're a Metazoo fan. But let me know down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out.